want to try and answer all of your questions as quickly and as best as I can in my favourite city.
Like the cool blue light, like the cool blue light.
Before I answer any questions, I just want to say that I did get about 500 questions in my DMs, so if I don't get around to answering your question, I'm really sorry. There are some questions I've already answered for videos, those being like how to lose fat and build muscle, how to increase your metabolism, how to start exercising. So if you had questions regarding that, then I have already done dedicated videos for them.
What is your biggest fail at the gym?
Okay, so basically, I was doing a pull-up with a loop resistance band, and it was like extended to the full, like as full extended as it could be, and then I let go of it with my feet and it like slapped me in the face. It made the loudest noise, everyone saw it. I even have it on video, so if you guys have seen that video, let me know. But yeah, that was like, I was holding back the tears because I was like, that was really painful. And then the most recent one though was when I actually stacked it on a treadmill, and that was during the 20-minute HIIT workout. And the treadmill was, I was doing 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. The treadmill was still going, and by that time I was already dead. I put my foot on the thing and I just completely like, yeah, like my classic gym fail. I did that, and it kind of hurt. But I just had to put on a brave face because I didn't want anyone like fussing around me. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm fine. But inside I was crying.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Do you ever feel like people are staring at you at the gym?
Yes, but I don't always associate it with being a bad thing, because they might be staring because they like some leggings, or they like some shoes, or they've never seen a move before and they want to try it out. So I never associate it with just being bad or feeling judged. And like even sometimes, the other day, I was on the squat rack and I didn't even know what I was doing. I think I was just like stretching, but I dropped to the bar and kind of just completely collapsed. I just laughed it off because people were like looking, but I don't know, for me the gym is just there for like one reason, and it's to work out. And so if I've accomplished that, then that's kind of, yeah, that's all I've wanted. That's like, I've hit my goal, so I don't really mind when people watch. If you don't mind sharing, what did you do to get your period back, and did you stop training? Personally for me, it was a combination of things. It was just kind of overtraining and undereating, and I just didn't have a high enough weight. So I never stopped training, but I trained to increase my weight. So I started weightlifting and I started eating more. So I gained the weight and I got my period back. But it's way more complicated than that, and there's not a huge amount of up-to-date research. So what I want to do is team up with a really amazing nutritionist who specialises in amenorrhea, which is like loss of period. So I want to make that video for you guys and dedicate that whole subject to how to get your period back and what you can do if you've lost your period and why it's so important. So I'll leave that question there like that, but I am going to answer it in a dedicated video.
So what are the best exercises to start off with when getting into calisthenics and bodyweight training like you do now?
That's a really good question. I get asked that really often. I think the best ones are to start mastering like the basics of calisthenics. So a few really good moves are pull-ups, push-ups, tricep dips, like L-sits, things that really develop your upper body strength and your core, and things that then they'll always be part of a more advanced move. So if you start learning those and getting to grips with those and being comfortable, there's like a table here. Yeah, and getting comfortable with those, then it will make the next like round of training easier. And one thing that I found, especially coming from just doing a lot of bodybuilding style training, was that I was doing a lot of hypertrophy stuff, which is in the 8 to 12 rep range. But calisthenics, or at least like being able to work with your own body weight, initially was really difficult for me. So what I needed to do was work in the 1 to 3 rep range so that I could actually pull my own body weight up. And that started off by using a band because I wasn't strong enough to do a single pull-up. and then gradually like doing up to 3 reps with the band, and then trying to use like the band for 2 reps, and you know, like trying to progress every time, so that I could develop my upper body strength. And then from there, once you have that upper body strength, then you can start like doing different combinations and kind of being more experimental with it. But yeah, I'd say if you master the fundamentals and get to working with like your L-sits and your pull-ups and your push-ups and your tricep dips, then that's really going to help you, and it's kind of the basis of all of my training.
How many times should I work out a week, and how long should those workouts be?
Okay, so I think for how many times you want to work out a week, it really depends on your goals. So if you want to be an elite athlete, you're probably going to be working out 10 times a week. If you just want to like lose a little bit of fat, stay fit, then three workouts a week. I personally work out 4 to 5 times a week, and that helps me achieve my goals, and that's an amount of time that is sustainable for me to keep up. So if I tried to do any more, I think I'd see like a fall in like everything else I was trying to achieve, because it's just not sustainable for me. So just be realistic with what you can fit into your life. Don't let it control your life unless you want to be an elite athlete.
And so how long should those workouts be, is the second part of that?
In terms of length, I personally just again see what life has thrown at me on the day. So if I can only fit in a 20-minute workout, I'm going to go all out in that 20 minutes, and that's all I had time for, and I gave it my best shot. But the most important thing I try to stick to is, did I leave doing as much as I could in that time period? And usually the answer is yes, so that'll be a good workout for me. It usually lasts around 45 to an hour though for me, for a good workout. Before I answer a question here, how pretty is this view? This road is called Watling Street, so if you guys were just passing by in London and you wanted to see this view, it's on Watling Street. And Bread Street, like those crossroads. Okay, go on Mario, I've distracted myself enough now. Okay,
so what gets you motivated to keep working out?
Well, first of all, I don't always feel motivated, so I can't just call upon like the motivation gods to like feel motivated. There are some things that you can watch, like a video or something that might really motivate you, but what helps for me is just forming a habit, and then I don't even have to think about it. So I always know that I'm gonna go gymnastics on certain days, and I'll go, rather than just being like having to psych myself up. But another thing that really hit home for me is, if you are consistently feeling demotivated, the thing that you're probably working towards probably doesn't make you excited enough to want to do that. Like for me, I was training for physique to start off with, and it didn't tick with me. I just found it boring. I didn't want to, that wasn't enough for me. That's not what made me motivated to train. What makes me motivated to train is seeing improvements in strength, doing a new move, doing a flip, something that really gets like my heart going. And when you find that thing, it's going to be really difficult for you to stop, because you love it so much and you're always motivated to do it. So rather than thinking that something's wrong and you're not motivated, maybe it's just that what you're working for is maybe not actually what your heart wants or what makes you tick. So yeah, that's what I do. I train for performance now, and that just really motivates me all the time. St. Paul's is there, and we literally walked about not even 100 meters, and then we saw this shot, and I was like, oh, this is just as pretty as well. So we're gonna just stay here, but I can see St. Paul's just behind us. Okay,
next question. So how would you go about finding the style of training that suits you?
I think for style of training, so for me, when you say it suits you, I'm thinking like what you enjoy, and also like what your goals are or what your results want to be. So the biggest advice I'd give is just to try lots of different things, and that means like signing up to new like taster sessions. University is a great place because they always have some weird, like the weirdest groups of stuff. Like I tried underwater hockey. That was really fun. I didn't stick with it, but it was really fun just to try out and see if I would. But yeah, just try it out, and you'll know there's kind of a moment, especially I had this with gymnastics, there's a moment where you're just like, I've been waiting for this to come along, and it just feels good, and it makes you feel good inside. So that's what I'd recommend, is just to try lots of different things, and And try not to feel embarrassed about it either. When I first started gymnastics, the thought did cross my mind that I was the oldest person there, and I was like learning from like 10-year-olds that are amazing. But I wouldn't be doing what I am doing now if I hadn't gone to those sessions, and I wouldn't be loving the style of training that I'm doing now and learning everything from it. So yeah, just take that first step and go for it.
Should we go?
We'll probably find another place 100 meters down the road and stop there as well.
The second question is, would you ever take on clients for nutrition or fitness training?
At the very moment, my hands are really full as I'm doing a lot of stuff. But in the new year, around Christmas time, I'm thinking of taking on about 2 to 4 clients to do like really in-depth training and like nutrition and discussing it and really helping you get on your way. So yes, but I won't be doing like a really big clientele, if that makes sense. I will let you know about it though, so it will be like a first come first serve basis.
Okay, should we go?
Yeah, okay, let's go. I don't think I've ever come to the base of the Gherkin Tower.
I didn't even realise that's what it is. Okay.
Did you not?
No.
You didn't realise this is the base? We've just been filming here like 15 minutes because there's been quite a lot of wind, so we keep going round. But you didn't realise we're at the base of the Gherkin Tower. Silly. Anyway, one last thing that I wanted to mention, because I got so many of these in my DMs, so I think about 40 asked this question, and it was regarding targeted fat loss. So a lot of you were asking, can I target fat loss from lower abs? Personally, I store fat like lower back and also like inner thighs, and I wish I could say that you could target fat loss, but the truth is, and there's been a lot of research that shows that actually you can't, and if you can, it's so small. So really you can't target fat loss. No matter how many times you want to do like a bicep curl or tricep dip to get rid of bingo wings, it's not going to happen. Your body will just lose fat wherever it's genetically predisposed, or wherever it genetically wants to lose fat first. There is a way that you can kind of target stubborn fat areas where you store fat, and that is by continually losing fat by increasing your metabolism and building muscle. And I address that in my video of how to build muscle and lose fat, and that's via the sustainable fat loss approach, and that will help you target stubborn areas over a longer period of time. We just got home. I've taken my jacket off, but although I wish I kept it on because it's still a bit cold in here. But we're just going to finish answering a few more questions. So, fire me. I mean, hit me.
What are you currently trying to achieve with training and working out and everything that you're doing that's now quite different to how you used to train?
I want to be as strong as I can be. I haven't really set a limit to that, so I guess I'm just exploring and seeing how strong I can get. But I would quite like to do like a clean muscle up, hold the reverse and front lever, the human flag, be able to do a standing back somersault. That's more of a mental thing for me, and also be able to tumble, which is again mental. Not mental as in like crazy, but like I need to really focus and like psych myself up for it. But yeah, I guess just trying to like see how strong I can get, and also still working on that squat strength. So I want to be able to hit like at least 120 kg and possibly higher as well. So yeah, I think that's what I'm working towards. I hope that I managed to answer some of your questions. Again, I'm really sorry if I didn't get to answer all of them. I'll try to in some of the comments. You guys always know that I love replying to your comments, so I'll try and reply to as many of your questions in the comments. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!